Hey guys! So among all the news among VR and Oculus Rift and Vive, one thing in particularly stood out to me. You're looking at the virtual desktop app for both Oculus and Vive. Now I found this interesting for a couple reasons, because it seems to be in contrast with the whole gamer mentality that the Oculus and Vive are trying to push. They're trying to push the Oculus Rift for gamers. But honestly, the best use of Oculus could be the more practical uses, and let me explain what you can use this virtual desktop for. If you use your computer a lot for video editing or music editing, 3D modeling, all these different things, heavy multitasking purposes, but you only have one monitor because you don't have space for it, or it's just too costly to set up multiple monitors. The Oculus virtual desktop, the way they have this set up, is actually a really elegant solution to that problem. Now, I found an article in Kotaku, and the author actually used this virtual desktop on the Oculus to do his everyday multitasking between social media and videos and even video games, believe it or not. So when you do play a game on it, all it is just a giant monitor right in front of you, and that is great for a couple of reasons. I mean, you don't need much space. You could literally be sitting on your bed or on your couch and you're just playing on this giant TV right in front of you. That sounds awesome. And really, that's the first time I've said that about the Oculus Rift. Not that the Oculus Rift isn't great or amazing technology, because I think it's really cool, but I've never really thought like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to get one of those. It was never like that. But with this, it shows me that there's so much more that it can do other than gaming. And not that gaming isn't enough, but it's just, I want more. I like my devices to do as many things as it possibly can. But honestly, even this, virtual desktop, as great as it is, it really isn't worth $600 that the Oculus is asking for. They really need to drop that headset down to $300 or less. And I understand as years pass, they'll come out with new refinements and make the technology cheaper than ever, and that's great. And I'm looking forward to that. And when that day comes, it may be cheaper to do that than buying multiple monitors. And that's when this technology becomes good, because you get the Oculus for that, and then you're like, well, maybe I will play some VR games on it, and it just grows from there, and that's what makes this so elegant. And I don't know, it's exciting. Right now the technology is in its infancy, and it's going to get better. I mean, right now the virtual desktop isn't that big of a deal. It's not a go out and buy an Oculus right now, but it really is it shows potential. It shows what can be done. And as it becomes more mainstream, other applications can be designed from the ground up to implement VR, like video editing software. That could be designed from the ground up to use the Oculus. I mean, it wouldn't be practical to make that right now because no one has one, and it would be a very niche group, but as more people use it, as the Oculus price drops, there's so much potential. And honestly, this is the first time that I've started feeling this way about the Oculus. And I mean, maybe I'm giving it too much credit too soon, but only time will see. Anyways, this is John of Jonn Tech News. Have a good night, guys. See you next time.